Okay, good afternoon guys, and in case you didn't know, today is the 20th anniversary of the first game released in my favourite series of games, and that is Resident Evil. Now, I used to play lots and lots of games. I used to play on the Atari. I played the, all the older little, were they 8-bit? I think there was 8-bit, the 8-bit machines like the Sega Master System and the Nintendo and everything else. And when I finally got to I think it was the Mega Drive, I was playing games like Wonder Boy in Monsterland and Wonder Boy 3, and I loved those sort of games. And then my nephew said to me, once the PlayStation had come out, because by that time I was only playing with my stepson on his PlayStation, not on his PlayStation, sorry, on his Mega Drive. And then my nephew said to me one day, "When here, Jeff, you've got to check out this game. You're going to love it." Because I'd always wanted a game where you're running around in a big house with loads of monsters, with tarantulas, with snakes, and I wanted puzzles. I've always wanted puzzles. And all of a sudden, bang! There's this game, Resident Evil. Done a lot. I had me tarantulas running around. I had a giant snake. I had great puzzles, like the paintings puzzle, the very first paintings puzzle. Where you have to, work out which buttons to press under which painting. From the very newborn boy up to the dying man, and all stuff like that, and all that stuff that continue throughout the next 20 years. Because it's the anniversary today, and how much I love this game. I love this game with all my heart. It's my favourite game series in the world. I thought I'd show you some of my collection of Resident Evil stuff. Now, I did have the original Resident Evil and the director's cut, but they have now gone. I think I probably lent them to people and never ever got them back. But I do have this. This is Resident Evil Deadly Silence. Now, what this was a port of the original Resident Evil that they put on the Nintendo DS, and this was absolutely fantastic because not only was it the original game, you also had another one which was basically the same, but they changed a lot of the puzzles. You had a lot of new puzzles in it, and also you could do things using the DS's touchscreen. So I think the snake fight in this, you actually had to fight him with your little stick, your little stylus pen, and so that was really cool. You could also reload like you can now. Now you can actually manually reload rather than going into your inventory and combining. You could do that with this as well, which was brilliant. So I still kept that. I've got that. That's the American version as well, by the way. It was all good because the DS was completely region free. Resident Evil 2 I had on both PS1 and on GameCube. The GameCube one, I have to admit, I sold because I was really skint. We needed money and I was skint, and I had to sell a lot of stuff at the time, and that was one of them that I sold. It was brand new as well, but it's now gone, so unfortunately I don't have that. But I do have Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 3, which I downloaded. I have Resident Evil 3. This is the PlayStation version of it. As you can see, it's just that the case got a bit broken, so I put it in a normal case. That's Resident Evil 3. What I loved about Resident Evil 3 was I think they'd really pushed it by that time, graphics wise, with the PlayStation 1. And I just remember seeing this, and all of a sudden you had rain for the first time, and there was a lot more things, sort of, a lot more moving things, you know, amongst the static background, which I really, really loved. This is the GameCube version, which looked a lot better. If you're gonna get this, guys, Resident Evil 3, which is, you know, one of the best ones, get it on PC. Okay, it does look a lot better on here, on GameCube, but if you get it on PC, it is absolutely fantastic. It looks amazing. And you can skip the door loading things and everything else, which is all good. This is when Resident Evil went through its first change. It moved over to Dreamcast in 2000. Brilliant year. And this is what came out. Code Veronica. This is my favourite Resident Evil of all time. One, it was just so big, such a big game, so big, you had so much to do that I love it. This was the one, and the puzzles were brilliant. Still got my favourite puzzle, which is the paintings puzzle in this. Paintings puzzle in this is brilliant. The enemies were brilliant. You know, there's nothing I can say about this game that I don't like. And I got this one because my kids took my original one and ended up, all the case ended up getting broken, and all the discs were just in like little slips. But I bought this off of eBay, and whoever sold it had looked after it because it's practically brand new. It's not a mark on the disc, not a mark on the case, so I treasure this one. This is, you know, after the demise of the Dreamcast, unfortunately, we got PlayStation 2, and a lot of games were ported from Dreamcast onto PlayStation 2, and this was one of them. This was now Code Veronica X, had loads of extra cutscenes in it. Few graphical improvements, I think, on this one, and this did look really, really good. This is probably the best, actually, because I do have it also on GameCube. But the problem with the GameCube, with its RGB output, it wasn't as good as the RGB output of the PlayStation 2, so it still looked better graphically on this than it did on this, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know why they done that with the GameCube. The GameCube output, like through RGB, wasn't very, very good. And the only way to improve it was to buy the component cable, which is about £50 squillion, which I would never, never, never ever pay. But anyway, I've got it on both of those. Then came, in the year 2002, after a long, long wait, Resident Evil Remake. Now this blew me away. This was... I bought a GameCube just for this game. You know, that was the only reason I bought a GameCube, was for this. And I played this. I actually bought, it was the first game as well, I actually bought when it first came out. And I paid, I think it was about 42 quid for this. I paid full price and I bought it. It came out Friday the 13th of September 2002. Still remember it. Still got the receipt inside as well, which you can barely read because it's faded over the years. Yep, absolutely brilliant. The only thing I didn't like about this was the cover. This was the UK cover, which was boring. But this is the American version, and look at the cover. How cool is that cover? It is superb. And it, see, way, 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 way better. Great cover. They still never bloody brought this cover out. Even with the new ones, they didn't do it. Okay? This game is my second favourite. I still love Code Veronica, but this just looked amazing. I couldn't believe how good it looked. So that was that one. The next one was Resident Evil 0. Again, this, unfortunately, what's sad about this game is it was the last of the Resident Evil that we really love. You know, gone, everything after this changed, but this was the sort of last of it. Which, you know, and it come full circle as well. When this game ends, it's the very beginning of Resident Evil. So that one I really, really love. GameCube version of Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 was when it started to change but this is still a fantastic game. This was still Shinji Mikami, so you know, you still had that Resident Evil feel about it, which kind of got a bit lost as the game went on after this. This is Resident Evil 4 and Code Veronica that I got from Japan, because this wasn't available on disc. This was only available as a download on the PlayStation 3, but I got it on disc and I loved that. And again, I played all the Resident Evils over and over and over and over again. And finally, the last one I bought was this. Now this is Remake on PlayStation 3, the physical copy. There it is. It was the last one I bought because I wasn't happy with the way the controls were on this. This was different to the controls on the one I'd actually downloaded. So, but just having it in its case, having the disc, is absolutely fantastic. This is the only sort of Resident Evil thing I own, sort of, you know, figure-wise, and that's Jill. And I got this because Jill was in a Black Stars outfit. Black Stars outfit Jill, which I thought was brilliant. They never brought out a Black Stars outfit unlockable on Resident Evil, not even on the new one that they brought out, which was a real shame because that's a really, really cool one. And then my most treasured possession, which was bought for me, by my awesome daughter Nicola and her boyfriend Joe, and that is the Resident Evil keys from Remake that they got me. I hope you can see them. I can't tell because I'm using my camera and it don't have no sort of front screen or anything, but there's all the keys. There's the sword key, there's the armour key, there's the shield key, and there's the helmet key. All there. I keep meaning as well to hang this up on my wall, and I still haven't done it, which I should do. Okay guys, that's all my stuff that I have left anyway of Resident Evil. Now, being as it's such a special day, I was thinking of doing a live stream of Remake on PlayStation 4, because I've got Remake on PlayStation 4 now downloaded. I've got Resident Evil 0 downloaded, so I was thinking about doing a live stream. I don't know if I will, but keep an eye out in case tonight. It won't be now, it'll be tonight if I do it, and that would be real fun if I did, and then everyone can join and, you know, say hello if I do it. I don't know, it's cause I've been getting a bit tired lately so I don't have the energy to sit up so long anymore, but if I have, then I definitely will. Well, I hope you like this little video and see all my shit, and, you know, 20th anniversary of Resident Evil. How fast has that gone as well? It's really, really scary. Can't wait for any new Resident Evil stuff that's going to be coming out. I believe Capcom are making a new, a remake, a proper remake, not a remaster, a remake of Resident Evil 2. If they do that like Resident Evil Remake and Resident Evil 0 Remake, it will be awesome. I've got a feeling it won't be. I've got a feeling it will still be like, you know, 6 and everything, but, you know, like that. I think it will still play that way, but I'm sure it'll be great because it will be Resident Evil 2. Just revisiting all the places of Resident Evil 2 will be great. Anyway guys, as I said, I'll be doing maybe doing a live stream tonight. I'll see. If I can, I will, and if I do, please join me. I'll let you all know anyway when I'm doing it, and have a great day. And if you haven't got Resident Evil, or you're not playing Resident Evil, why not? You should be playing it. Get your Resident Evils out and have a good play of them again. And have a great day guys. See you all later.